Peace. Thank you for tuning in to the 2 pennies, the 2 cents, my podcast. I am your man Nino, the narrator, the commentator, or even your broadcaster. First of all, click that like button, please. Thank you. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you for keeping them subscriptions coming. I love y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to my fans, my listeners, my followers. Appreciate you. Thank you to the ladies that's picking up the pace. Appreciate to all my homies and the fellas. I thank y'all for allowing me to speak on a few things, take up a little bit of your time and your attention. I'm going to speak on something that was texted to me, and it was interesting, but at first I was kind of like, I don't know about it. I might not dive off into this one. But then I thought about it, and I'm like, I'm not going to turn down no topics that's coming to me. I'm going to talk about deceptive friends or deceitful friends. Let me repeat that again. Deceptive friends or deceitful friends. Deceptive friends or fake friends are those who pretend to care but lack genuine concern for your well-being, openly, oftenly betraying your trust, manipulating your emotions, and prioritizing their own needs over the years. Let me repeat that again. Deceptive friends are fake friends who pretend to care but lack genuine concern for your well-being, openly betraying your trust, manipulating your emotions, and prioritizing their own needs over yours. Signs of a deceptive friend. First of all, a deceptive or deceitful friends. What's that saying? You watch your enemies, but a lot of times when people are taken out, when people are betrayed, when people are done wrong, or people are oftenly doing good, but sometimes something comes up and now all their good fortunes had hit a rock bottom and they trying to figure out what happened because they know it's not them. A lot of times the deceit and what happened to them, it wasn't from their enemies, because remember, you're not going to let your enemies get close to you. It's them people right under you, grinning in your face, smiling, patting you on the back, believing or instilling that they have your best interest, but really, they hating on you. Yes, I said it. They hating on you. They say they're not hating on you, but they are hating on you, especially when you are doing something that is eye-opening, that is catching the attention of not only them, but many people or the surrounding masses around you. And also, when you are doing something that's bringing your bag up to par, that's increasing your bag, it's the people that are around you you got to watch out for. Signs of a deceitful or deceptive friend. Inconsistency and unreliability. Inconsistency and unreliability. They may disappear or make excuses when you need them, rarely keeping their promises. When you have a friend or when you're in a situation like it's an emergency and maybe you at work and you got to go get one of your kids and they say you know you need to be at work. Your friend know you need to be at work because the money is tight right now. They are off. And you have to go get one of your kids, or maybe your nieces or nephews, and you call them and ask them, could you do that for them? Could you do that for you? Could they do that for you? Go get your kids, go get your niece and your nephew, and they are off. But they'll come up with some kind of excuse. But if the shoe was turned, if the shoe was on the other foot, you would do that in a heartbeat for them. But they'll come up with all kind of excuses. See, that's not your friend. And I'm talking about, I understand that things happen one time. I understand that things happen maybe 2 times. But if it's just a common known fact that every time you call them and you need them and they're unreliable and they can't step up and handle business for you or step up and go take care of something important for you, that's not your friend. That's deceitful. That's a deceptive friend. And that's somebody you don't need. Betrayal. That's one of the biggest forms of a deceptive friend. Betrayal. They might share your confidences, talk negatively about you behind your back, or spread rumors. Oh yeah, don't you hate that? They know all your business, but that's why I be trying to say, people, and I'm learning, don't tell your friends all your business. Don't tell them all your business. Pick your few friends, check your few friends, give a test to your few friends that maybe you can trust by just saying something, just to see when you share it with them, will they get it back to the masses, or will they get it back to people surrounding them. But don't tell you every bit. Don't tell all your business, especially your important business. Also, talking negatively behind your back. But again, in front of your face, they're giving you all kind of a positive vibe. You know, they're building you up as you're the best friend that they done ever had. They building you up like they're 100% in your corner no matter what you do. They're building you up. But as soon as you walk out the door and you just done left maybe a house or an apartment, or you done left a space where a few of your friends or a few of people that y'all been socializing with, before you get to the car, they already talking negative behind. They already talking negative about you. They already spreading vicious, toxic rumors. Not even rumors towards you. But see, that's again, there goes the hate. There goes the hate. Again, your friends at times are your biggest enemies, because you're not going to let your enemies get close enough to you to destroy you. Your friends will destroy you. Believe me, they will. Not all of them, because you still have some good, genuine, solid, straight up, got your back, you got their back friends. But a lot of friends see what you doing and they strictly hating on you. It's just point blank facts. It is point blank facts. They are strictly hating on you. Hurtful behavior is another characteristic of a deceitful or deceptive friend. They may negate you, saying or doing things that can hurt you. Hurtful behavior. That's what I'm saying. Again, spreading vicious rumors at your job. Say if you have a bro code, and I'm not saying this is fact, but if it's 2 fellas and both of y'all are married, but sometimes, you know, y'all have a lady friend on the side. Nothing real serious, but you know, he has a lady friend, you have a lady friend, y'all both married. Now, you're not going spreading vicious lies about him and his lady friend, but he is going back and spreading vicious lies about you and your lady friend. And I know if you're married and your wife probably will say, well, what are you doing with a lady friend? But nothing is going on. But see, peeps, what you got to realize, you're not going back and telling his wife or even his girlfriend, if you just have a girlfriend, nothing about him and his other lady friend. But see, they'll do hurtful things to you, you know. Try to get you fired on your job. A lot of hate, a lot of this deceptive friends is males that's acting like females. They're in their feelings. They acting this like females, because to me, still, the most common thing about a deceptive a deceitful friend is, again, they are jealous of you. They are hating on you. And you possibly don't have nothing. But see, they just like, they are envious the man or the woman or the person that you are grown up to be. That how you hold yourself down, how you hold yourself accountable. You know, whether you rich or poor. See, all the time, deceit and deceptive don't have nothing about destroying a friend or nothing because of their riches. They just deceptive because you're at a solid place, in a solid space in your life, and they're not. And we also know a lot of them are lonely and misery, and when they lonely, they miserable. And misery loves company. Misery is a big thing that people cannot adapt to. They miserable, but they want you to be miserable. And you don't even have nothing to do with it. But at the time when you was miserable, before you got to this side of space with yourself, you just dealt with what you was going through by yourself. But see, everybody is not strong. Everybody can't handle things emotionally, fundamentally, and with integrity. Everybody doesn't have empathy like you have it. So again, I believe a lot of the deceptive and the deceitful friend is just that they are jealous, they are envious, they in a way want to be the person you are, and it doesn't have nothing to do with money, capital, or riches. It's just how the position that you're in. Lack of empathy, I just said it. They struggle to understand or share your feelings because they don't have no feelings. That's why they don't understand your feelings. They don't have no feelings. See, they are cold and calculating. They are out to get what you have came up on. They don't care about how you deal with things. They don't care about the struggle that you done went through to get to the point you at. And now I'm talking about financially, emotionally again. They don't care about, they don't think that you have went through things, but you deal with them things yourself. All they caring about again is, and it kind of points back to we first started, a deceitful and a deceptive friend not only are jealous of you, but they only care about what's going on around them. See, they are selfish. And one thing you can't be is a good friend or a genuine friend. A lot of times you can't be self-centered or selfish because the friend is just, it's supposed to be straight up someone that can reach out, help another, let another lean on them, be there for another. But a deceitful or deceptive friend, he can't or she can't because she is too much caught up in her own demons or their own demons or his or her demons. Manipulation. They try to control or influence you, often using guilt or emotional blackmail. Well, see, if you don't do what they want you to do, and then they start to trying to bring up dirt on you, use it against you. Now, a friend is one thing, is not going to try to manipulate you, but they sure not going to bring up dirt on you. And I'm pretty sure we all got a little dirt on us. And us as friends to each other, we know a little dirt on each other. But a deceitful or a deceptive friend, again, basically is trying to only look out for one person, themselves. So now, if the ball is not rolling like they want it, or if the situation is not unfolding like they want it, now they want to get mad and forget you. Forget you need a friend. It's all about them. So now they want to try to blackball you, blackmail you. See, that kind of friend you get away from because eventually somebody going to get hurt and somebody going to get hurt bad because when you start talking about blackmailing and then when you start talking about blackmailing is also the sister, the cousin, coexist with extortion. So when you get to playing that game, I'm talking about me, I'm sure I'm going to have to get away from it because I'm going to keep it a buck with you. When we going down that road, it's going to get very serious. It might even get kind of ugly if you dig what I'm saying. disrespect for boundaries. They disregard your needs or your limits, making you feel uncomfortable or pressured. They don't care about what you expect from them. You can tell them, hey, I'm not going to do this. You go do this. Hey, man, you done went over the line. Ladies, you can tell your homegirl, hey, you done went over the line. I don't appreciate you speaking on things about me around certain people. I don't appreciate you bringing these things up even when it's just me and you. But see, they don't care about that. They don't. It goes in one ear and comes out the other. Because, see, they disrespectful. They disrespect for boundaries at the point a deceitful friend or a deceitful or deceptive friend is a mold. It's a cancer. It's something you don't need. It's like when that tumor occurs and you have cancer, and no matter how all the radiation you take, it may go away for a minute, but soon as you stop on radiation treatments, that tumor is right back. And that's what a deceptive friend is, or a deceitful friend. They gonna play the nice role, but they're really conniving, cunning, scheming, treacherous, and malicious. They don't care nothing about your boundaries. They don't. They don't even care about their boundaries. They disrespectful towards you because they don't respect themselves. Because one who respects another, first of all, respects themselves. My meaning, you demand respect, that's why you give respect. Constant negativity interactions are often filled with negatively, criticism, or lack of support. When you come through a friend that always, no matter what you're going through, either good or bad, and even when it's good, got something trying to knock you down, got something to go against the grain, to say against you, when it is going good. Even when it's going bad, a real friend, not a deceptive friend, not a deceitful friend, a genuine friend is going to try to build you up. It's going to try to take that negative monkey off your back and then bring that positive monkey on your back. If you have any monkey on your back, you dig what I'm saying? But any friend that always just have something bad to say, no matter what are you doing, especially if you're doing a lot of positive and you working hard and they know you done went through the grind to shine. You know you done went through the mad struggle. That's a deceptive, deceitful friend. But again, that's a jealous friend. That's an envious friend. They want what you got. You can't trust them. You can't. That's why a lot of people, I see a lot of my partners, what they'll do is they'll do things on their own. They keep quiet in the dark. And it's not nothing that they're doing bad. It's not the narrative that what you doing in the dark will come out into the light. No, it's not nothing like that, because they're solid individuals. But when you do good and then you always got somebody knocking you down and always got some negative to say about you, even when you're doing good, that'll take its toll on anybody. Because no matter what, when people do good, I mean, you ain't got to brag and gloat on them, but they just want to feel appreciated because they doing good. It's hard to do good in this world. It's hard to do good in this world and do right. Because it's so easy to do bad and do evil and come up. People do evil and come up more than they do right and come up. And that's terrible. That's crazy. But that's just facts. That's cold, hard life. That's how it goes in the United States. That's how it goes into the world. Imbalance of effort. One-sided friendships where you always initiate or contact or do favors. No. And I had to learn that. Don't be always the one bending over, extending, always the nice guy. And I'm not trying to say be mean. Don't always be the friend that, okay, you have to do something because you figure you got to prove your genuine friendship to them. No. I remember my mom, before she passed away, she had told me this. You do not always have to be the nice guy. You can be a good guy, and I'm going to take this from LL Cool J. I heard him say this. You can be a good guy, but you don't always have to be a nice guy. It's supposed to go both ways. Okay, if you my friend genuinely, and you're not a deceptive or a deceitful friend, why do I always got to prove? Why you can't prove? Why do I always got to spend more money when we go and do something? Why do I always got to pay for anything we going out to do? Why does I always got to be the one that, okay, well, I'm going to sponsor this more than so-and-so sponsor this? I mean, you're my friend. We supposed to be equally yoked. You do it sometimes, I do it sometimes. That's what friendship is called, 50-50. It shouldn't be that one person got to do it more than another person. If you're in a friendship and you're doing anything, I'm just saying cool points, cool things together, going out. Fellas, you know, you getting 6-pack of beer, you know, y'all having the weekend watching the game, you know, you buying all the snacks all the time. They not buying all the snacks. You doing all that. You having all the parties, you having all the gatherings, and everybody always coming over your house. No, go to their house. If it's like 80-20, that's a deceptive friend. That's a deceitful friend. It's supposed to be evenly. It's supposed to be very evenly. Focus on themselves. They constantly talk about themselves or their needs, showing a little respect for yours. Well, see, here we go again. That's a selfish friend. We understand that everybody likes to build up, and everybody likes to have greatness, and everybody likes to have good things going to them, both friendships. But it's not all about this one person always getting the glory, always getting the fame, always getting notoriety. Your friends get that too. And you shouldn't always be the one that just talking about what you doing, what have you gained, what have you possessed, what have you worked hard to attain. Also, listen to what they have done, what they have gathered up, what they have worked hard to attain. Because a friendship, a lot of times, is just, I'm going to discuss things that's going on with me. I hope you listen. You're going to discuss things going on with you, and you're going to listen. That's what a basic friendship is. It's easy. But when you have deceitful, deceptive friends that just hating on your every move, just hating the way you walk, hating the way you talk, hating the way you mingle with your lady friend, hating the way you mingle with the homies, and you're not hating at all, and you sitting back and thinking from afar, why is this guy hating on me? Because I'm not doing nothing. But yet, you give them all the praise. You're in that corner. You pat them on their back all the time. Why is they hating? Because again, I believe they are hating, frustrated, and envious how you deal with things, whether negatively or positively. And see, they can't deal with it. Or they'll have some real skeletons in their closet or demons in their closet that they can't deal with, but they see you going by everyday life, and we all have skeletons or problems that we can't deal with, but they see you going by everyday life and handling. But see, you don't hate on the friend. That's when the person that has the skeletons and the demons and have a problem, that's when they look at themselves in the mirror, get themselves together. Will you handle it yourself, or you need to go have therapy and handle it? But you don't hate on or have to be a deceptive friend, because I'm going to keep it a buck with you too, even though you don't really want to have a lot of friends. And again, a lot of times your friends are the one that cut your throat. Everybody likes a solid friend, maybe one or two. You know, it is so much statements and it's so much a narrative that I hear that, oh, well, I don't need no friends. No, everybody needs some friends. Because you need a friend just to talk to, just to vent. Therapists, consultants, doctors, all them, they're going to listen to you, but it comes for a price. You need somebody that you can talk to you, that you can vent to, that you don't have to pay for this talking to, or vent to, or consult to. That's where you need a good friend at. I believe that's where you need a solid friend at. How to put up with a deceitful friends. Recognize the signs. Pay attention to your gut feelings and any patterns of behavior that make you feel uneasy. Well, I surely go on my gut feeling. And again, the gut feeling is people. You got to read that body language. See, God will send you signals. That man upstairs will send you signals. And a lot of times, people will go against the signals been sent. People will go against that gut feeling, like in their gut. People know that they feeling it then, but see, they're thinking, if you discuss it with somebody, first thing people will say, especially if you got a gut feeling about this one friend, and you even come to him or her and say, well, I just don't think you too cool. I mean, it's red flags about you. It's things that pop up. It's how you carry yourself, and I ain't feeling. First thing they gonna say is that you crazy, something wrong with you, you're weird. No, you're not weird. That's the signals that the man is sending you. That's your gut feeling. That's you being real. Don't dismiss the gut feelings you feel, because they are facts. Don't dismiss that. A lot of times you dismiss that and go through, and then you'll end up going through, in the finality, you'll have a lot of destruction, a catastrophe and all. Feel your gut feeling, because your gut feeling is not nothing but you being smart. You got sense. So the body is telling you, the mind is telling you, this person ain't no good. This person definitely ain't for you. This person has deception about themselves. Set boundaries. Clearly communicate your limits and expectations in the friendship. Of course. You and your homeboy say, man, we're going to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this all the time. I don't want to talk about my little old lady friend. I don't want you talking about my little old lady friend in a certain way. I'm going to respect you and not talk about your little old lady friend in a certain way. I don't want to discuss things at my job. About me. I'm not going to discuss things about you on your job. We might not even want to discuss what religion we practice. Things like that. You have boundaries. Friendship is cool, but friendship is not being openly. It's not open conversation about everything. It's not. It's not open conversation about everything. Hell, you got people kin to each other. Brothers, sisters, aunts, cousins, in-laws or whatever. They don't openly conversate about everything. You got people married to each other. You think, and I'm talking about straight up married to each other. They don't tell each other everything. They don't. They don't tell each other everything. And I'm talking about they married. Been married years. Sleep and live with this man every 24 of years, every day. Every 24 or 365 days a year. Sleep and live with this woman every 24, 365 days of a year. And they don't tell everything. So, you have boundaries. And as friends, set the boundaries. You set them to him. You said it to him. You said it to her. You said it to her. Do it at the beginning. And even if it become a problem, they don't have to get mad, but you need to reset them again. But it shouldn't be no problem with that, because again, we're just friends. But saying about friends, it's not everything that you need to know. And you can't let every friend know everything about you, because again, they are deceitful and they are deceptive. And they are deceitful and they're deceptive. Whereas they're cool and they're genuine. But, you just don't let them know everything. And there's not nothing wrong with that. And we're not getting out of character. Limit contact. Reduce the amount of time you spend with your person in their behavior. It's consistently hurtful or manipulative. Hey, you can be tight friends. But remember, we ain't got to see each other every day. I got homeboys I love like brothers. I don't see them every day. They don't see me every day. Because you have things to do. You have to go to work. You have to maintain. You have to live an everyday life. And they do too. But we see each other on the weekend or whatever. But being a friend means you don't have to be up in their face every day. They don't have to be in your face every day. Ladies, you don't have a home girl or you have a nice lady friend. You don't have to be up in her face all the time. She don't have to be up in your face. Because, as I said, you have to work. You got kids. You got a life outside your and her friendship. She got a life outside of your and her friendship or his and her friendship. You still got to maintain. We can be friends. And just because we have limited contact, I see you when I see you, but it's still cool. I believe it is for betterment of the friendship. It's for betterment because I know a lot of time when you're dating and a lot of a relationship, sometimes when the relationship gets a little strain on it, sometimes when you give each other space, that builds the relationship back up, that regrows the relationship, that reignites the relationship because you're being missed. You're not being seen all the time. You know, and people often miss you, think about you when you're not seen all the time, and then they be like, well, shit, I need to see so-and-so. I haven't seen so-and-so. I need to see her. I haven't seen her. Things like that. But, you know, limited contact is cool too. But limited contact can also be when you got a deceitful friend or a deceptive friend and you know they are straight up no good for you. First of all, limit that contact. Go from like, I'm not coming around. You know, they can invite you. You're too toxic. Limit it. And then sooner or later, the limited will finally come to the very end, the finality. In the friendship, this is I said, okay, if it gets to a problem, if the friendship is consistently toxic or damaging to your well-being, it may be time to end it, of course. Of course. End that friendship. And I'm talking about, you don't have to say nothing. Meet up that one time in your mind. You already know what you finna do. You can tell them. But you can walk out that door for that very last time and never come back again. Because end it for your very well-being. End it for the well-being of you and them. Because a lot of times, if you don't end it, it can get bad. It might even get a little dangerous. End it. You ain't got to call and say, I'm going to end it. Just disappear. Just vanish. Poof, gone. No phone contact. No coming by no more. Because I'm pretty sure people are smart. They can read between the lines. You ain't calling. You didn't vanish. You ain't coming by no more. They'll get the feeling. They'll realize what's going on. If they really smart, and our people will be smart in this day and time, because again, this is the 21st century, this is 2025, they'll feel why you just separated yourself from them. End the friendship. Don't try to keep a friendship. I'm going to put it like this. Don't be nowhere where you're not wanted. Remember Too Short had that song, Get In Where You Fit In? Get out where you not wanted around. Don't try to get in where you fit in. Get out where you're not wanted around. Seek support. Talk to trusted friends, family members, or a therapist to process your feelings and gain perspective. Of course, I don't really think you can talk to a therapist, but you can. But if you're smart enough to know that this is a deceptive friend or a deceitful friend, of course, you still have your trusted friends and keep them close-knitted. Stick with them. Talk to your family members. I believe in the process of you knowing this one friend or these friends are deceptive, you are already going to your friends, your trusted friends and your family members, because now you're kind of already then erase these deceptive friends from your lifestyle, from your space, from being around you. So now you already going talking to, again, the family members that you can trust and your trusted friends, and, you know, just going on and go about yourself. Because everybody just want happiness now. I mean, with common inflation, how the world is now, with so much madness in this world, people just want to be happy a little bit. It's enough It's living every day to day. Life is tough. But you don't need deception, deceitfulness, and deceptive friends steady trying to bring you down. It's hard enough to try to get to the top by just doing everyday things, everyday common resources right. So talk to your family members. Talk to your trusted friend. If you need a therapist, that's cool too. But I think what the therapist is going to tell you is, yes, get away from them. The biggest thing of getting from something, the biggest thing of killing toxicity, of getting away from things that are toxic, is don't go around things that are toxic. Excuse yourself from things that are toxic. Stay out the way from things that are toxic. Learn from the experience. Reflect on the situation or identity patterns and learn how to better protect yourself in future relationships. You can't do nothing but learn from the situations. But at this point, again, if you got two trusted friends, that's all you need. Don't indulge yourself in a big pack or a big masses of people. Stay. Now you done got rid of all the deception. You done got rid of all the deceit. Stay with your two friends, your two trusted friends, your two trusted allies, your two trusted comrades, or whatever. Stay with them, and that's enough. Because really, as it's been saying, people who really get to the top and maintain and stand solid were honoring God, being religious, doing good in their work life, a good father, a good mother, and just morally great people. They don't have a lot of friends, a lot of people around them. Because when you have a lot of friends and a lot of people around you like that, it's too many different egos and everything. And again, the deceitfulness, the deception, somebody gonna start hating. They gonna hate. Deception and deceit ain't nothing but hate. That's what it is. They gonna hate. And I know the feedback gonna be on this, how I'ma hate on you? You don't have nothing. You don't have to have nothing to be hated on. People hate your position. People hate how you can get up and take things and deal with things the way that they can't do it. See, that's what they don't get. Hate ain't all about money. Hate ain't all about material things. Hate is about the position as you as a person conduct yourself. How you walk, how you stroll, how you carry yourself, how you deal with things morally, with integrity, with empathy, with commitment, with compassion, with conviction. That's what it is. Hate ain't about always money. Deceitful friends, deceptive friends. Better watch out for them, because a deceptive friend also is somebody that comes around, want to know what you're doing all the time, want to be all in your cup of tea, all in your business, all what you got going, but when they gone and they not around you, they do things with their other friends, don't invite you, don't include you, don't even say nothing. But when you around and they come around and you all together with your friends, you invite them, hey, let's go do this, let's go do that. Deceptive friends, sneaky, very sneaky. Do things in the dark. And again, now, what you do when them lights are dim, it's going to come to the forefront. Deceptive friends. 2 pennies, 2 cents. My podcast. I'm Nino.